Ready or not, here I come now. Let's play hide and seek. Prepare to be caught. Here I come now. Let's play hide and seek. Riding on the playground, no one dares to make a sound. Round and round and round and round, no one wants to be first found.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to pop on because I just watched Lana's live, and since I can't comment on there for some reason, it's been a long time, and I can't. It won't. I mean, I know they're not seeing it. I don't know if she is or not, but anyway, this is Kelli Farley right here. Kelli is a busy girl, and I don't know exactly why. I think she's got a child, and I think that she has issues back and forth with the child, going back and forth to the dad, and they have like these battles, you know, like they don't show up on time, and there's just a bunch of stuff, and she pops around to a bunch of different roads. I mean, there's Polk Street, there's White Avenue, there's Queen Road. She pops around a lot. But she's in there for forgery, grand theft. She's in prison now, actually. So she's no longer on the Latah County. But she had been in there since 5/7 of 2024. And this is Kelli Marie Farley. Oh, boy. Remember my post that I just did a couple days ago, maybe yesterday, I don't remember. It's been really a deep dive on Kelli Farley that was in the Latah County Jail. Well, it's weird. It says this is the file date was 6/20/2024, but she'd been in there since 5-something. So I don't know. That's odd. Unless she was in there some before and this caught up with her. I don't know. I don't know how to read these very well. Anyway, it looks like good old Thompson Jr. was the active attorney, prosecuting attorney. And Deborah McCormick was retained attorney for her. Anyway, she's in for grand theft, by unauthorized control or transfer of property with intent of depriving the owner. And then there's the forgery charge as well. It's like a bond settings right there, but anyway, if we scroll down here a little ways, she is confined to the state prison as of 7/30/2024. So they were late on getting her out of there, obviously, because she was still there in August. Because she just disappeared like a couple days ago from the Latah County Jail roster. So her sentence is determinate for 1 year, indeterminate for 4 years. So either or, you know, give or take. Jeez. Effective 7/30/2024. And of course, she has retained jurisdiction 365 days. So her credit term is 41 days. So, which is weird because she was in there longer than 41 days. So I don't know where they're getting that. So what I was thinking is quite possibly is she a witness, an informant, a witness, something or other. I don't think she had any charges against her prior or anything like that would send her to prison, or even with the one she's got now. It seems really weird to me that that other Farley gets like how many years, and she gets like 4 for not even having any rugs on her. I mean, she didn't have nothing. She was drinking, I think, but I don't think she had the other stuff. What is going on with this freaking judicial system there? It's just crazy and wrong. I think she was kind of whacked out from this whole thing. I don't know what it did something to people, I think. And it would to anybody, you know? It would to anybody. And anyway, I hope she gets better. Maybe it's when she's going to get out, possibly the date she might be getting out, but I don't know. It's just, I kind of wonder if she's a witness. Oh, man. Oh, I went to get my inhaler yesterday, and they didn't have them in, so I've been off of it for like, it's like the 2nd day now. So if I'm wheezing, that's why. In fact, I probably should get out my other one and do my the daily one. Right, so before I start this, so hold on, give me a second.
This is her baby daddy on the left, and in my opinion these two men have a similar stance and gait to their walk.
In this photo, she looks a lot more like the girl by the, walking in front of the house there that morning. And she looks to be, in my opinion, mad at somebody and giving him the, what you're missing out on or something, because it's a very strange picture. But it's the only one that really looked like, with her face and all that stuff. This one's flipped around too, because her part is usually on the other side. So, but it definitely looks like her that morning. And that makes total sense to me. So, let me find you some police reports. So, I've been talking about Kelli for a long time. I've got a few videos of her, about her out there. And I believe you can hear them shouting Kelli in at Linda Lane too that night. But I mean, that's just pure speculation. But this is the police report for December 4th of 2022. And so Southview Avenue, that's the Grove. So that's right down. That's where Demetrius got arrested and all that stuff. But it's also Southview is also the police station. So a ring camera went off at 2 o'clock this morning. Police states a male tried her doorknob. Officer contacted, no report. And then the 6th, there's some stuff going on around 6th Street too, all up and down that road actually. Unknown suspect walked up to RP's door and then walked away. States he didn't knock or ring the bell. Officer responded, no report. So there's a dude just walking up and down the road. Oh my Lord, oh, tired tonight. Okay, then White Avenue. So this is White Avenue. I believe she's there a lot on White Avenue, and possibly in Indian Hills as well. States that they see a vehicle that a man with a warrant has been driving in the area. Officers responded and arrested the male. Now, I don't think the person that she has a child with, I'm not sure who's the stable one. I feel like he might be the stable one, but then again, he might just have driven her crazy. I don't know, because that happens, you know what I mean? So there's a suspicious person on King. A male in a white Toyota Tacoma with Michigan plate has been driving around the area today. Kind of weird, huh? Officer responded, no report. Peterson Drive and West Pullman Road. Red light is out on the right lane. Facing east on Pullman Road, street department on call notified. Remember, I talk about this a lot, how these traffic lights over there are just always going wackadoodle. I mean, they're all the time. So this is East E Street and North Polk. Found a dog and is willing to meet officer at the Humane Society. Dogs are going crazy outside. I do believe she has family on Polk Street. West 3rd Street, alley behind Almond and Ashbury, which is a very busy place. There's a big trailer park there. Tons of trailers in there. Male stumbling and walking all over, not dressed for the weather and has fallen once. Law, fire, and EMS responded. No report. Nez Pierce Drive. Officer responded to a suspicious person report. Another suspicious person on Elm Street, another highly tracked area where she usually goes to, reporting a male acting suspicious and talking to her in the area of her sorority. Officers responded, no report. Now, I don't know. I mean, she's actually in for stalking, harassing, obstructing an officer. She went. I don't know if she just went a little berserk because of what, if she's being tracked. That's awful. I mean, she probably felt unsafe, I'm sure. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is so scary. I often wondered who that was. I've read that tracker thing on there many, many times. And I've often wondered who that person was that made that report. So thanks for getting that, Lana. Suspicious person, Southview Avenue. Reporting a vehicle has been parked at the end of the street for 3 hours. Lights have been being turned on and off. Officer responded, no report. That kind of makes me feel like that's her, like if she's living in her car. Okay, so now we're up to the 5th. 1400 block of Hawthorne Drive. The neighbors are screaming and fighting. Officer responded, no report. Jackson and West 1st Street. 2 vehicle minor accident, silver Hyundai and a white pickup. Now remember, there was just a white pickup on King that was from Michigan, had Michigan plates. So not blocking, officer responded, and a report was taken. So there you go. There's a report taken on this one, and this might be something you might want to look into, Lana. Silver Hyundai. The South Jackson lot. A vehicle parked in a handicap spot, parked closest to the playground area. Officer responded. Vehicle parked correctly. No report. East F Street and London Lane. A white 4-door Chevy, possibly a 2000, buried in the snow. Parked for 2 weeks. Unknown plate. Officer responded. Vehicle tagged and chalked. 2 weeks. That'd have been right about the time when the unalivings happened. 4-door Chevy, white 4-door Chevy, possibly buried in the snow for 2 weeks. Yeah. Tamarack. This is a stray animal. Tamarack Drive. 2 dogs running around. Officer responded, unable to locate. No report. They're even getting lazy with their no reports. Look at NR. They can't even write the whole thing out anymore. 1200 block of Indian Hills Drive. Police and EMS responded, no report to a 69-year-old female seeing things that aren't there. There's also a person on 500 Indian Hills Drive that has a lot of issues. I mean, I'm talking like there's one day she called I think 6 times. Suspicious person off Baker Street. Found an animal carcass in the dumpster. Unknown what kind of animal, possibly a deer. Officer responded, no report. Scam off Elm Street. We got another Elm. Reporting a scam phone call. No report. North Garfield Street. Cold case. So basically, RB would like to speak to an officer about an argument she got into with her husband the night before. That would be a very interesting one, huh? Travois Way. Male threatened her on Friday around 21:45 hours. Officer responded, no report. Makes me wonder if it's her too. Blaine Street at the Dollar Tree. Now remember, there's 2 reports now where they found T.F. Farley at the Dollar Tree. And they're saying he was asleep behind the wheel or in the car or whatever. So this one is a man in vehicle slumped over. Vehicle has been running for at least 15 minutes. Officer responded, no report. Another King Road, 1100 King Road. Drone just flew over the property and landed in the parking lot behind the house. Now, I just was getting ready to make a video on the drone situation where they are actually using drones to fly, you know what, rug packages and stuff into prisons. Yeah, it's going on right now. It's pretty bad. Yeah, so who over there knows how to do the drones? Well, Brett Payne, he's schooled in it, like it's in the annual report, I think the 2022, that was his job. He, took the training for it and everything. Was their first year with drones. And then you've got Sage Franzlik, I don't even know how to pronounce that last name, but Kane, the guy that has the surveillance with Linda Lane, his son, he owns a drone company, and he is a licensed pilot for drones. And also, Ferris from Sigma Chi, he does pretty good drone stuff too. He's pretty handy at it. 900 Vandal Drive. A black Ram pickup parked, blocking mailboxes so mail isn't being delivered. Officer responded, no report. Well, it said it's a black Ram pickup that was driving down the road that night that passed the officer when one was standing at the car and the other one was across the street on Banfield. Pullman Road, Walmart, welfare check. Children unattended in the third parking space, black SUV. Officer responded, no report. Molly Court. Reporting at 2100 hours, a truck pulled into her driveway. A male got out on the passenger side and walked across the street. Pulled into her driveway, man got out and walked across the street. I wonder what's across from Molly Court. I don't know, probably can't do anything like that because of who. She'll probably turn me in again. Controlled substance problem. 100 block of West 1st Street. Reporting the smell of weed from the apartment above his. Officer responded, no report. Yeah, well, there probably is in that area. This is down here. There's several areas downtown where these there's a lot of registered offenders in Moscow. A lot for such a small area. It's quite a bit. I mean, there's on Walenta. There's a couple in the Queen apartments. There's on 3rd. There's on First. There's like 3 of them in the Palouse Trailer Park. There's Pullman Road out on Old Farm Road. There's about 3 or 4 out there. Alman has some. Orchard Road has some. Orchard Avenue, I think. I mean, I don't know if it's Orchard Avenue. I think it's Avenue. Orchard Avenue. Yeah, I think it's Orchard Avenue. There's on Hayes. I mean, they're scattered all over, and there's several. But anyway, so gunshots off the Third Street. We've already seen 3rd Street a couple times in here. Heard 6 loud sounds, possibly fireworks or gunshots. Officer responded, unable to locate. 200 block of Ashbury, animal problem, complaint. RP neighbor leaves her dog outside in the cold. Ongoing issue, dogs were outside tied to the pole. Dogs were outside tied to a pole outside. Officer responded, no report. Brighton Lane in North Polk. Now, Polk, I believe that she's got family out there. So this is a disabled vehicle. Reporting a van or SUV with hazard lights on. No further description due to the fog. Look at the time on there, 21:12. That's weird. Creekside Lane place. Lana talks about this in some of her videos. Reporting a male that's been wandering around the parking lot for at least 10 to 15 minutes. No report. Just meandering around. Agency assist. Look at this. 2112. What is this? 2112. Look at that. What's the number in here? 74. That one's 72. 73. 2119. Whoa, check that out. 2012. 2112. 2119. 2112. Ooh, okay, let's see what they did. Suspicious person, Creekside Lane. So this is a reporting a male that's been wandering around the parking lot. Okay. This one is the Polk Street, about the van, hazard lights and stuff. Okay, now what's this one? Okay, agency assist. So Moscow officer located subject for Pullman POD. Huh. For Pullman, huh? Moscow officer located subject for the Pullman. It should be PPD, shouldn't it? Or police. So Pullman police. What does that mean, I wonder? Unless they just got it wrong. Anyway, they listed these wrong. So let me see. It was reporting the van. So is this the van that he's saying that he located whoever owned this van or something? I don't know. 2102. Let me see what this one is. Okay, 2119. Okay. Friendship Square now logged out. Friendship Square is where that guy's always down there punching the air, and he's always fighting with himself and yelling obscenities. RP left the phone in the bathroom. Now the bathroom door locked behind him. That would suck. Okay, Palouse River Drive. Here we go. This is where James Curtis Leonard lives. He's the one that they arrested on the, depending on the report, some say it's the 6th, some say it's the 7th. Also, when the report went out for the White Elantra, right? And also when Farley, TF, was brought back from Spokane, I believe, back to Latah County. And I think that was like around the 2nd he got caught over there, and then he was probably back here by 4th or the 5th or something like that. So this is the Palouse River Drive. And also there's also the girl, the daughter of this guy, stepdaughter. She, the night of the 12th, got really hammered and caused a wreck on purpose. And she was supposed to be going to a surprise birthday party, and she alludes to it being over there in that area, in like Linda Lane, King Road, in that area. So, but she got into a fight with her boyfriend, her baby daddy. She's only 20, and she's got a baby that's almost 1 at that in 2022. And I guess him and his friends were calling her all sorts of different names and telling her to go unalive herself. And so that's when she ended up getting drunk and driving like a crazy person and causing a wreck and totaling the whole front end of her car on the passenger side panel. Isn't that the same way the UG car is, right? Anyway. Well, that might be the driver's side, I don't know. But anyway, totaled the whole front end, blew out the tire, all that good stuff. So, reporting dogs barking outside, ongoing problem. Now, this is something that I never really occurred to me before. I mean, dogs barking, yeah, they're going to bark. And I always said, like, it's a warning. Dogs will bark when they're hungry, when they're cold, when there's someone, like, if there's someone around, in their space. And I understand this now because I'm very aware of it now. And if you guys know my situation, you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the 6th. Let me make sure I have enough room on here. I might have to change it over, so I'll be right back. Here in a little bit, because I think that it feels to me like Kelly's kind of like on a little rampage or something. It's what it seems like to me. But after seeing this with the Atlanta thing, with the cop thing, I don't know what it was, but I do know she's in prison right now. So they just recently moved her out of Latah County Jail, probably about maybe 2-3 weeks ago. She's been in there since May of this year. They just moved her. Okay, Garfield Street. Papers at courthouse for service, and it's no contact order. Now I think that someone's serving her a no contact order, in my opinion. So this is Pullman Road, Fairfield Inn and Suite, which is a nasty place. Employee advising of multiple abandoned vehicles in their lot. Multiple abandoned vehicles in their lot, 2 weeks after the unalivings. And this is a very seedy, this hotel here is, just think about, yeah, it's just not very nice. It's got, anyway, just leave it at that. So we've got Baker Street. This is a custodial interference. Okay. RP states he is supposed to have joint custody of his son, but his ex-wife is stating she will not exchange their son on the appointed date, which is tomorrow. RP has paperwork showing the divorce decree and custody agreement. Officer contacted, no report. I think this is her and her ex, is what I think. But it's just my opinion. Cherry Street in West A. Vehicle parked on the wrong side of the road on a narrow street. Officer responded, no report. I also think this is her. Suspicious person. Female asked the RP to call 911. She says that she's afraid and wants her husband. She is sitting in the passenger seat of a pickup. Officer responded, no report. I also kind of think this might be her, but I mean, I don't think she's married anymore. I didn't know she was actually, I don't know if she's married to, well, obviously she married into the Farley, because that's not her given name. And she used to live in Eugene. And I think Coeur d'Alene as well. She didn't spend too much time in Moscow, but she spent enough time in Moscow, put it that way. Okay, 1200 block of Indian Hills Drive. RP's shoes are not snowshoes, and he's leaning against his car to stop him from falling. Officer responded, no report. Oh, makes me sad, little old man. Maybe not too old, but who knows. Disorderly conduct on block of North Mountain View Road. Officer and EMS responded, no report. Communication problem. South Main at Chaz. Now, Chaz is a place downtown where they dispense medication. I think like emergency type stuff also. So anyway, 911 hang up from the landline. No emergency on callback. Officer responded, no report. I'm sure they probably get that a lot, people coming in wanting to get their methadone, who knows what it is, but they do give out like emergency medicine like that. Noise complaint. Main Street, Sunset Mart. A tow company truck with very loud muffler. Can't read the tow company on the side of the truck. Officer responded, no report. I have an article. It's I have a video of it. It's already made. It's been just up on my channel on Unlisted, but it's about the tow companies, about the one tow company that did the towing at the King House. Yeah, it's talking about them, and that that they charge an arm and a leg, that they're just like horrific, like people in trouble. They'll charge them like $500 to tow up like 2 blocks. I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, I'm a little exaggerating there, but it's not very good. So this is a block of Creekside, 1200 block of Creekside Lane. There's a male that is walking around, and the officer told RP to call if she saw him. Officer responded, unable to locate, no report. Now, I think there's one coming up too, and it's going to be on Queen, where that's the same thing like this happens. But yeah, so there's a male that's walking around, and the officers told RP, I don't know if it's a male or female. Oh yeah, when she saw him. So it is a female. Told reporting party to call if she saw him. Officer responded, unable to locate, no report. He got away again. Lake Tahoe County Courthouse. Civil papers that need to be picked up and served. The order still needs to be entered into the NCIC. Officer responded, no report. And I believe this is for Kelli. I think this is the guy with the kid, that she comes to visit the kid. Her Facebook has like all churchy quotes all over the whole thing. Really interesting Bible like verses and stuff. And she seems haunted. She seems a little haunted, is what it feels like to me. Dutch Brothers Coffee. Animal problem complaint. A vehicle with a dog in it has been sitting in the parking lot since noon yesterday. You guys, this is freaking December. Found property. Block of South Line Street. Cell phone was turned into RP from the basketball game. There's her cell phone. You think? Kelli's cell phone? Possibly. This is like 2 days later, it looks like. Oh wait, no, that would have been 1 day later. Wiley Wing, substance control problem, reporting a strong odor of marijuana. No report. Okay, 200 block of East C Street. Saw a man in the alleyway and thought it was someone they knew, so they called him over. It was a stranger, and he started walking towards them. They ran inside and now can hear him walking around outside. Officer responded, no report. Don't you guys know you do not do that in Moscow? You don't even go outside in Moscow. Much less call somebody over. Almond Street. EMSI. Audible. Burglary, intrusion alarm. Intrusion. That's French for intrusion. Intrusion. Burglar. Southeast office motion. Authorized cancel given. Officers responded. No report. We're back at the Palouse River Drive again. Arrested 1 male. Law, fire, and EMS responded. Report taken. We got a winner here. We got a wiener here. More like it. Okay, we're on the 7th now. Pullman at Stinker Station. RP would like to turn in 4 fake $10 bills. Officer responded, and a report was taken. West Park Elementary. There's a vehicle that is parked in the no parking zone. No report. 500 block of Victoria. 43-year-old female. Not conscious. Not breathing. Report taken. Unattended death. An unattended death means that no one was there when the person passed. Or was there and left. I don't know. Take it how you want to take it. It's over there. I believe that even the frats one, that like someone, like overdoses or just pass, something is bad that happens to them, and they think it's going to make them look bad. They relocate them. They take them out of the frat house or wherever it was, especially if it's inside, and they put them outside. Sometimes they will even relocate them to a different street. I've read it in the reports, and it's pretty obvious what they're doing. Yep, I think the people were on the day of the unalivings too. I think that the 2 overdoses there were relocated over to Mountain View Road. 2 in 1 car, female and 1 male. Domestic dispute, Blaine Street Safeway. There's a lot of yelling and cursing coming from a travel trailer in the parking lot. The trailer was shaking too from the people moving inside, but unknown if it was physical. Last heard about 2 minutes ago. So it was said that there was a travel trailer at the Linda Lane at one point. Don't know if that's true. Just, heard it. I think there was, because I think I saw one there. I thought that from the very beginning. But what do I know? 1100 block of East 3rd Street. This is a vehicle prowl. RP's vehicle was broken into last night. Nothing was taken. Vehicle was locked, but there was not forced entry. Happened about 2300 hours. Report taken. Could this be when the apparatus was put on the car, the tracking device? Possibly. Or if they retrieved it at that point, I don't know. Trespassing complaint at North Main Street at Moscow Building Supply. Business wanting to trespass a customer who was irate with staff. Officer responded, no report. Fraud, North Grant Street. Reporting she got a fraudulent message on her phone. Officer advised, no report. Winco on Pullman Road. Disabled vehicle. RP reporting there is a male who has a broken down truck stuck in the turn lane in front of Winco. Officer responded, no report. 400 Lewis, theft other. Has some furniture stolen out of a rental unit a couple years ago. This one's kind of weird. Had some furniture stolen out of a rental unit a couple years ago. Reporting party owns the property, but it is a rental. RP can't remember the names of the tenants. Officer responded, report taken. We're talking 2 years ago, you guys. I think they need to check this guy, this landlord, for some, just check his head. He might not be remembering like he used to when he was, younger. A civil standby. Usually that's when, civil standby is when they're either, like serving papers, or someone's moving stuff out, like they need someone to stand, an officer to be there when they're moving their things and stuff like that out. And that's what this is. Needs to pick up some belongings, and there is an order in place. Officer responded, no report. So this could also be her. He got the orders to her, right? And then, but she needed to get some stuff from the address there. So that might be what this is. King Road and Queen Road. Reporters and camera equipment in the road and blocking parking lots. Officer responded, no report. North Main Street at Rosers. Hey, guess what? This must be her. Other law enforcement calls. RP reporting she thinks a Moscow officer put a tracking device on her car because things look weird under her hood and her phone is acting weird. So didn't we just see that? Or what's that? Right here. Vehicle was broken into last night. Nothing was taken. Vehicle was locked, but there's not forced entry. Happened at about 2300 hours. Report taken. Did they break into her car and put a tracking device on her car? Wow, that's some trustworthy cops over there, huh? Huh. Yeah, reporting she thinks a Moscow officer put a tracking device on her car, but things look weird under her hood and her phone is acting weird. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now that this is definitely something that happens, because I've had it happen to my phone before, and it's weird when it happens because you know something's wrong. It feels wrong before you even know you even see what's going on. There's just a feeling you get, and so I get she must be feeling a little very off kilter right now. Louder Street in South Main. 2-vehicle accident blocking the road. EMS, fire, and law responded. 1 patient transported. Report taken. Pullman Tri-State Outfitters. They're usually ripping people off. Yeah, the theft occurred in the last 5 minutes. Female took at least 1 clothing item. Officer responded. Report taken. That's probably her. She does have that. She has a record for theft. And if she's in her car, this is a place at Tri-State Outfitters where they have like outdoor gear, things like that. So she might have been cold. She might have went in there and stole something. She might have. Another one. Is that the same one? 1530? 1530. Did I just do it twice? I must just wait. Yep, I did. I just screenshot it twice. Report a parking problem. Taylor Avenue. Vehicle parked next to the fire hydrant. Officer responded, no report. And I think that she was moving her car around because she didn't have a place to stay, right? And she was trying to get to her kid. Is what I'm getting out of this. Is what I've always thought it was. I always thought she was just moving around a lot, and because she was all up in everybody's neighborhood, you could tell, you know. Okay, 100. It's another parking problem. Watched the vehicle be towed. Okay, this one's crazy. 100 block of East Morton Street. The RP watched a vehicle be towed out of the parking lot by a civilian. The owner left the vehicle blocking the entrance. Officer responded, no report. So, yeah, like the entrance was blocked to this place, and the civilian actually had it towed. Okay, so non-injury traffic accident. West 6th Street and Rayburn Street. Okay, so this area right here is right behind Green's house, where Green lives, the president. And also Rayburn Street has the U of I law library. And on the 13th, there was a car running with the door open, nobody in it at the same place. Okay, RP advising she was in an accident at 16:15. No one still on scene. Officer responded, no report. Could this be her too? Animal noise complaint, Adams Street. Neighbors' dogs have been barking for the past hour. Dispatch can hear the dogs barking. Palouse River Drive again. Domestic dispute. So, the daughter... Okay, so when Leonard beat up his wife, it was December... Depending on the report, some say the 6th and some say the 7th. I believe this is the 6th, so this is Leonard's report right here. So this is James Curtis Leonard, the one that was arrested, and he had allegedly been cutting his arm in the back. He had the purple little bandage on his arm. I quite frankly think it was from something else, but that's just my opinion. The RP's oh, so wait a second. Which day is this? Back up here. The 7th. Whoa, hold on. The 7th. Oh, so it was early. I didn't realize this. Okay, so they've got a couple daughters. They've got one that's 15 and one that was 20 at the time right here. The 20-year-old is the one that drove drunk, got, and had the wreck. I don't know. I believe it could be the Carmen, those girls. I have just a gut feeling that it's one and the same. But, you know, anyway, the other daughter is 15, and she's a little rebel. Both of them have depression. They get depressed. They have problems. Same with James Leonard Curtis. He is always back and forth off medication, and I'm wheezing right now, so I better take a hit off the inhaler. I've been wheezing a lot lately. It's really not good. But, so the other daughter that night, when he beat up his wife, she was there. She came running in the room. The mother was telling her to call 911, and she came racing in the room, punching at him, but she grabbed a lamp out of the wall and went to hit him with the lamp and stuff. And anyway, I don't know I can't remember exactly if he punched her and pushed her back or what he did. But anyway, both her and her mom and him all went to the hospital that night. So RP's daughter is destroying the RP's house, not being physical with any people, just destroying property. EMS, fire, and law responded. Report taken. Oh, okay. So this was the day after the day after he went to jail. So we already passed that report already. That was on the 6th. This is the 7th. So the next day she comes back, and the 15-year-old, and decides to just tear the house up. Crazy. What a household to be in. You know, like he's definitely got some issues with some mental health issues. I mean, 10 years prior, he unalived a guy who came to his house and accused him of sleeping with his girlfriend, the other guy's girlfriend. And anyway, long story short, got into a scuffle, so he says, and he shot him. He shot him 3 times. The first one was the one that killed him, and that was in the heart, in the chest. And then the other two, one was in the leg up by the groin, and the last one was in the face. Directly in the face. So, and then he asked his neighbor for a shovel and was going to bury him. Yeah, stand-up guy here. But this couple here, they also cook dinner for the police department and the sheriff's department every single year for Thanksgiving and Christmas, without a shadow of a doubt. They do it. And the year of in November in 2022. They actually had the officers over at their house for dinner. Yeah. They did. Sure did. Yep. So Rosendahl is the one that wrote up the report for, Rosendahl from Banfield, the one that shined the light in the other officer's body cam so we couldn't see the runners, which boo on him. He screwed that one up, didn't he? But, yeah, he's the one that wrote up the report for Leonard that night, although, he wasn't the first 2 responding officers. He wasn't listed as them, but he was the one that wrote the report. I find that very strange, indeed. Anyway, she says she's got officers are her friends. Yeah. So somehow they're protected. I wonder if they have, I kind of have to think that they probably have a family member that's a officer or something, is what I think, like a relative or something. Okay, so suspicious person, North Jackson Street. Okay, a reporting party believes someone is in her house. RP in basement and heard an interior door squeak from the upstairs. Yikes. Okay, assault. Now I do believe Yeah, anyway, in Winco, RP states that her ex-boyfriend hit her with a cart at Winco on 12/2/22. Check out this numerology, you guys. It's crazy. Yeah, so this is the 7th, and she's now reporting that her boyfriend hit her with a cart at Winco on 12/2/22. All right. We got people reporting stolen furniture 2 years later. We had one lady report that she was sexually assaulted, and I think she said it was back in 1975 or something like that. Yeah. So now we've got the 8th, December 8th. I should check this thing again, make sure I have enough storage. So hold on, I'll be back. I better go back to this page so I remember where I'm at.